Hi, and welcome to Word Pro Olympiad channel. My name is Khushal Gulia, and I'm your coach for today's video. In today's session, we will explore the meanings and usage of idioms and see how they can add color and depth to your communications. So grab your notebooks and get ready to unlock the power of idioms. Let's begin. Before heading towards the most commonly used idioms, the first and foremost question arises, what actually are idioms? What is their definition? So, idioms are a group of words that carries a meaning which is different from the meanings of each word. Mark the last line. And also, I request you all to be attentive and simultaneously take screenshots. Beginning with the first idiom of the day, a bed of roses. It means an activity which is easy for you to perform. For example, scoring good grades in exam is a bed of roses for me. Making money is no bed of roses. Weight loss is a challenging task, not a bed of roses. A blessing in disguise. It means an apparent misfortune that appears to be problematic and difficult in the beginning, but later you realize that, it was the best thing that could have happened to me. For example, losing that job turned out to be a blessing in disguise for her as she started her own clothing business. A dime a dozen. It means something which is valueless, which does not have a value to it. For example, I always tell my friends, don't buy those pair of shoes, they are a dime a dozen. Those antiques are a dime a dozen. Or adventure and traveling based reality shows are now outdated and a dime a dozen. A hot potato. It means a situation that is very difficult and nobody wants to deal with it. For example, the migration issue has become a political hot potato. Heading to add insult to injury. It means to do or say something that makes a bad situation even worse for someone. For example, I was already late for work and to add insult to injury, I dropped coffee all over my boss. Apple of one's eye. It means a person or a thing that someone loves very much. And the most beautiful example of this idiom is the father-daughter relationship. For example, for fathers, their daughter are their apple of their eyes. Also, her newborn grandson Lenny is the apple of her eye. Next one is at the drop of a hat. It means doing something immediately without hesitating. For example, people file cases at the drop of a hat these days. Your job can go at the drop of a hat. Next one, back to the drawing board. Sounds creative? It means to start all over again. For example, the football team, after losing the match, went back to the drawing board. My experiment was a failure, so I'm back to the drawing board. Ball is in your court. Football freaks, please be aware. It means it is now your turn to make the decision. I have done all what could I do. Now the ball is in your court. Next one, barking up the wrong tree. It means trying to do something in a way that will not work and still you are hell-bent on doing that thing. For example, the police is investigating a case that might be barking up the tree. Also, if you think he will help you get the job, you are definitely barking up the wrong tree. Next idiom is beat around the bush. It means to avoid talking about what is important. For example, you tell your friend, don't beat around the bush, just tell me the truth. Best of both worlds. It means a situation where you are enjoying two different things. It's like having chocolate in your one hand and ice cream in your other hand. For example, she works in New York City and lives in USA, so she gets to enjoy the best of both worlds. Call it a night. It means stop doing everything and go to sleep. For example, Stephen was exhausted, so he called it a night. We left the party and I wanted to call it a night, but Martha invited people back for coffee. cost an arm and a leg. It means something which is very costly or expensive. For example, dental fees cost an arm and a leg nowadays. This dress is lovely, but it cost me an arm and a leg. Cut corners. It means to do something to save money or time. For example, my mother decided to cut corners on my pocket money. I'm pretty much sure that you all might have faced this situation. Mr. Jones is always tempted to cut corners when time is short. That wraps up today's training session on idioms. I hope you found this video both informative and enjoyable. Remember, mastering idioms can give you a significant edge in the WordPro Olympiad, as well as in your everyday communication. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Keep practicing and stay curious. Thank you for joining me today. Good luck and